Get ready with me while I tell you why I think cosmetology school is a scam. First off, let me introduce myself. My name is Lauren. I am my mom. I have two little girls and I have two angel boys in heaven. One was stillborn, one was miscarried. That's a huge part of my life, so I always include them. I'm a wife. I have a dog and two cats. And I am a master cosmetologist. I've been doing hair and makeup for been doing makeup for 10 years, and then I got licensed to do hair about 8 years ago. Wait, was it 7 years ago? I can't remember. Y'all, mom brain. I have a separate YouTube where I post family content, and a long time ago I started posting makeup and hair stuff on there, and then I got embarrassed because people found my channel and I felt like people were bullying me. So I quit posting and I lost my monetization. So I have been recently posting again on there and I've not gained my monetization back yet. And so I figured that I would start a new channel and just gravitate it towards hair and makeup only. I figured I would share some experiences, some tips, some tricks, some guidance, and this is gonna be my first video on why I feel like cosmetology school was a scam. So get ready with me while I do that. Wait, do you see the bags under my eyes? You know what that's from? Motherhood. Okay. So back in 2016, I started cosmetology school when I was in high school. I think I was 16 or 17 when I started. But I started taking night classes to go ahead and speed up the process of getting my license. So I officially got my license when I was 19. I was already working in a salon before then, but when I officially got my license, I was able to start doing hair on my own. Cosmetology school, where do I even begin? They prepare you to pass your state boards. And I'm sure that they might even tell you this because I was told this when I started school. They're like, yes, you are gonna learn most of your knowledge once you get behind the chair, but boy, they were so right. Cosmetology school sets you up to pass your state board. I'm so bad at multitasking. I don't know how people get on here and do their makeup and tell stories. I'm so ADHD. I probably should take some medication. I think most master cosmetology degrees, well, okay, so I live in Georgia. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but you can either get a degree to be a master cosmetologist where you have the opportunity to do like skin, hair, makeup, everything like that. Or you can just get your hair license. And obviously I chose to do master because I do both already. When I did the program though, one of the requirements after I did my classes, like my book classes where you go and you have to study your book and you do little exams on nail funguses and hair and scalp issues, and you learn all the basics, and then you move to the salon where you learn how to actually do hair. They made me do 200 perms. I'm sorry. Perms are only a thing now for the wannabe Morgan Wallens and the women who have been with their hairdressers for 30 plus years. Or if you, I mean, there are some people that get perms, I'm not knocking it, but for me to have to do 200 perms when I wanted to be a blonde specialist is wild. And I also, I do makeup for weddings. Why do I need to do 200 perms? But obviously I did them, and then my hand cramped up every single night. They teach you how to do root touch-ups, they teach you how to do foils. When I tell you, I was solely only prepared to pass state board. I passed state board with flying colors. I did very well. I got out to the real world and my world was rocked, okay? Obviously, cosmetology school is great because it gives you it's not easy, by any means. I do not think cosmetology school is easy. I think it was actually very intense and very fast paced. It's a lot of material to learn in the amount of time that you're given. It's a great way to get your license quick. Coming from somebody who's been doing hair for, I'm not even past the 10-year mark, but I've been doing it since 2018. So coming from somebody who has a little bit of experience, I can honestly say I wish I would have done an apprenticeship. I think it takes a lot longer to do an apprenticeship, but you learn so much more that way. For my foundation, by the way, I'm using this Milani Conceal and Perfect. If you've never used this, the day is now. Go grab you a bottle. This stuff is amazing. I'm gonna have to darken it a little bit though because I've been laying in the tanning bed. Yes, I know it's bad for you. Don't tell me. I'm just tired of looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy, okay? And I don't have time to lay out in my backyard. And I also am allergic to grass. So please do not come for me. I go to the dermatologist. I'm fine right now. Another thing that I find weird with cosmetology school, and I'm not speaking for all schools. I did go to like a technical school for my cosmetology degree, so it's definitely not, it wasn't bougie by any means. You know, it wasn't like a $20,000 school. It was like, I think $5,000 at the time. But most of my teachers, okay, I'm not gonna say most because I had some teachers that I truly loved and they are amazing, but a lot of them do not know how to do hair. They don't. I can vividly remember asking one of my teachers in particular, I'm like, what is a toner? Because you hear like, oh, you have to tone the hair, you know. And she would never give me a clear answer. I'm like, homegirl, like, TikTok wasn't a thing then. Like, YouTube was a thing, obviously. We did not even have the education that we do now. Like, and this has not been that long ago, maybe 8 years ago. I was like, Miss So-and-so, what is a toner? And she was like, it just tones your hair. And I'm like, ma'am, can you please explain to me? Listen, a toner is something you put over hair to tone out the colors that you do not want in your hair. So like if you have yellow hair and you don't want it to be yellow, you're gonna put violet on there to cancel it out. Why could she have not told me that? She literally was just like, oh, it just tones it. I'm like, girl, did you even do hair? That's the reason I also think it's a scam. They're just hiring people off the streets. Like, you can literally have a cosmetology license and be a cosmetology teacher. It's weird. So since I went to a technical college for my cosmetology degree, there were other programs there, like the firefighter program, the EMT, like, I mean, they had it all, right? Nursing. I remember one night that I had to go to the school and we had to perform scalp massages on the EMT crew to practice for our esthetician class. And I'm thinking, I just want to color hair. I do not want to rub your head. I don't. It was weird, y'all. This is like, I think that if you have the intentions on doing everything, I'm talking like massages, makeup, hair, waxing, go to cosmetology school. Go do it all. Cosmetology school though, for me, I just wanted to color hair. Somebody should have told me, hey Lauren, go do an apprenticeship program. Because if you just want to do hair, why are you going in after hours and going and performing scalp massages on EMTs? I definitely just think it was a way for the school to collect money, y'all. Like, I had to take all these unnecessary classes. Oh, and not to mention core classes. Why did I need to take a math and science and computer and like, I had to take all of these extra classes just to get my degree. For what? For what? I can understand a school teaching cosmetology requiring like a public speaking class because that is a huge part of your job. You have to talk to a lot of people and you have to be friendly and you have to be likable and you need that trait. But why do I need to take another math class when I just finished high school? Please tell me. Actually, I was still in high school. Why do I need another math class? Why do I need to go take a language arts class? Why do I need all of this? It was a scam. It truly was a scam. Did I have fun? I actually did. I really did enjoy it. Would I do it again? No. If I was smart, which I was smart, I just was very young and had no guidance because nobody else around me knew to tell me this. So I'm gonna tell you, if you wanna do hair, you wanna do makeup, go be an apprentice. I'm so serious. Do not waste your money. In my opinion, truthfully, I feel like the only time college or like technical school should ever be required is if you're going to be like an ultrasound tech, you're going to be a nurse, you're going to be an EMT. But for us cosmetologists, you can literally go work under somebody and get your license for free and get paid while doing it. It was absolutely insane once I got out onto the floor and I started doing hair, and I was like, after about 2 weeks, my books were filled. I'm thinking, what have I been doing this whole time? I could have been getting paid to work and getting my license. Like, I could have already been done and I wouldn't have had to. My parents paid for me to go to school, thankfully, but I truly feel like I made them waste their money while I was over here learning how to do perms and effleurage and petrissage. If you've been to school, you know what that is, or if you're a massage person. What are they called? A masseuse. You know what that is. That was not me. I just wanted to color hair. Being a cosmetologist, you do make fast money and you can make really good money. People used to tell me, oh, be careful, Lauren, you know, if you're gonna do hair, you're not gonna make any money. It's absolutely not true. You can make great money doing hair. You just have to be smart about it and set up a program to where you're putting money aside to have for your retirement one day, because obviously being self-employed, you do not get a retirement unless you set one up yourself. That is one thing that nobody told me in cosmetology school, no, which is wild to me. Like, why am I paying you this money to go to school and you're going to teach me things that I don't really need to know, but yet you're not going to tell me how to set up a retirement plan? Like, there's just so many things that they don't teach you that I learned once I exited cosmetology school. I also somewhat kind of view cosmetology school as the Hunger Games. Nobody's, that's not what I'm talking about. I graduated cosmetology school in 2018, 19. It's such a blur. I don't even remember one of those years. I can count on one hand how many people are still doing hair. It literally is like, who's gonna make it? Because hardly nobody does. Hardly nobody continues to do hair or makeup or anything. And that's why I feel like if you do an apprenticeship, you are gonna have a direct experience and a direct encounter on what your job is actually going to be like. You're not going to have to go through a year or two of school just to see if you like your job or not. Doing an apprenticeship is free. You get paid for it. Then you also can quit the next day if you decide, actually, I hate this. Cosmetology school, honey, you're in it. Like, you're spending your money and you're learning things you don't even need to know to then figure out in 2 years if you even want to do this or not. Also, highlighter, Becca. Kiss, kiss, holy girl. There are so many people that started doing hair right out of school with me. There are so many people who never even went and took their test to get their license, and they spent the $5,000 to go through the school. There are so many people who started doing hair and quit like a month or 6 months down the road and never went back. The benefit of them getting their license though is that they do get their discounted products now, and they will forever have that backup plan. Hang on, I gotta wipe this off. So sure, it's a great way to have a backup plan, but if you are not 100% certain that you even like doing hair, makeup, whatever it is, don't even waste your money. Go do an apprenticeship and figure out if this is even for you. I'm sitting here thinking, and I want to also clarify, if you're watching this video and you're thinking this girl is so negative and so rude, and you were already in cosmetology school, I don't want this to make you feel like you've made the wrong decision, because I went through it and it benefited me. This video is solely for the people who don't know if it's what they want to do, and it's also just my opinion. I went through cosmetology school, and looking back, I could have saved my parents a lot of money. I could have saved myself a lot of time, and I could have gone to do an apprenticeship and got my license and been done. I just truthfully never hear anybody talk about this subject and how it kind of does seem like a scam to make somebody go through a year or two of school and add a bunch of classes in there that they don't really technically need to take. I do feel like it's a way for systems to make money. And yeah, that is just basically it. You can ask anybody. I had a great time in cosmetology school. I absolutely loved it at the time, but just looking back now, being where I'm at now, I think I would have benefited more to do an apprenticeship. And I just wanted to come on here and say my opinion to maybe save somebody some money or give them guidance, because I did not know what I was doing at the time. And I didn't really even know that it was a possibility to just go and get your license through a salon. I don't think I was ever instructed on, hey, you don't have to go to school for this. You can just go work under somebody and really learn how to do hair before you get out into the real world. I did not know any color theory. I felt like I was a little mouse thrown into a lion's den. And here, like, for the first solid year of my career, I was asking my boss every question. What do I do with this? What do I do with that? Did I do this right? How do I cut this? What color do I mix for this? And if I would have been trained and worked under her or worked under somebody and learned the ropes before being thrown out into the world, I definitely feel like I would have not had such a stressful start. That's it. That's all I wanted to say today. If you're not already following me on TikTok, I have 2 different accounts. I have a family account where me and my husband post crazy stuff with our kids and sometimes our animals. And then I have a hair and makeup account where I post like little tips and tricks about hair color and makeup. Sometimes I tell some crazy stories. So make sure to go follow those if you're not already. And I also have a separate YouTube account where I post family stuff. I'm a busy gal. I'm a full-time mama, content creator, and hairstylist and makeup artist, and I love every minute of it. So thanks for watching my first video. I hope if you were looking for some guidance that this helped you. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.